right now, we do have privacy. We have the privacy of our own thoughts in our heads. Obviously, companies, data brokers, and firms like Google and Facebook, they can sometimes guess at what we're thinking because we give them so much information about what we're thinking and doing. But you don't know what I'm thinking right now, and there's no way for you to know that. So in fact, we do retain some privacy. There are people in this building, we're at the Media Lab right now working on technologies that will allow people to read our minds without our permission. So I think, there's an ever-shifting definition of what privacy actually means, and do we have any privacy, or is it all gone, or is it even worth fighting? It's inevitable that we'll lose it all. I think the pessimists who say that we've lost all our privacy and it's too late I think that's a really cynical and dangerous view in a free society. We ostensibly live in a free society. We should be able to decide, for example, if there are going to be surveillance cameras all over the streets. There are surveillance cameras all over the streets today, but that doesn't mean that there have to be cameras all over the streets tomorrow. Once upon a time in the United States of America, black people were slaves and women didn't have the right to vote, and gay people didn't have the right to get married or have open relationships together, and things change. So it very well may be the case that we decide collectively as a society, which I hope we do, that our privacy is valuable and that we need to make some really quite drastic changes, including removing most of the surveillance cameras that are out on the streets and kind of having a revolution in terms of our approach to how we deal with both corporations and governments with respect to the amount of information that is collected about ordinary people. Because the real issue here is the possibility to be free, the possibility to have control over your own life and not to live in a world where corporations that have access to huge quantities of data and are entirely unregulated in terms of what they can do with it, and government agencies that can use information like DNA or face surveillance tracking technologies all throughout the street with very little or few, impotent regulations.